Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. 339 is an R drill. So, let's just see if by chance, no. And it's not going to fit in the smaller one either. Nope. All right, we're going to need a drill bit or a chuck. Come on. And we're going to run a center in there just to make sure our hole is going to work. Make sure the drill bit doesn't wander around trying to get into the hole. And we're ready to rip. Okay, a little faster. Now my concern is as soon as I punch this hole that it may wander a little bit because it's going to hit up against the wall and it's going to mess up that setting. So I think what I'm going to do is zero everything out and let's move over to the other setting and get that resolved. Before we do any heavy drilling. Oh man, and another thing I forgot is I'm going to drill all the way through to this back side, and no, it'll be okay. I'm just thinking that, you know, I'll drill into the vise, but what I can do is just move this over. Everything will be all set up, and all I have to do is just center it on the whole that direction. Okay, so let's see here. Take the drill out. Put the coax back in. Okay, so let's spin this around and see what we can come up with as far as how close we can get. There it is. It's pretty close. We're a thou and a half. There's a thou. Good enough. We're going to write that measurement down. 5, 7, 4, 8. Okay, pull our coax out. Drill chuck back in. Alright, and our F drill, well, it could actually almost make it, huh? But I think we're going to go through with a small drill bit that's longer and make sure we get down into that bottom hole. This will do the trick easily. Okay. Alright, I didn't go all the way through on that because of course it'll hit the chuck. Or the vise. We'll come back to 0. Alright, so now we need to come back to this hole and go all the way through with that. And all I'm going to do is slide this out till it clears. Bring this block back up. And notice how the drill bit kind of walks a little bit. As it gets closer to the hole, it doesn't walk. And I always take it over until it hits the other side. There it goes. And then just find the center of that. All right, we take our plate off and get our drill bit. Let's just see if it goes all the way through. Just extend this out as far as we can get it. Pretty close. Come back over. And better to take the drill bit out. Put the other one back in. And find that looks pretty good. Oh, except we don't want to drill through into the vise. Just a little bit longer. All right. We've got 4 square holes, Now what we need to do is come back in and make a pin for both of these, because of course it's an R drill bit, which is an odd size. We're not going to be able to take a piece of 7/16 rod and run it through there. So let's take our drill bit out. Well, I was looking for rod and I could find 1/2 inch, and anything smaller was too small. And then I came across these old Acme thread rods that I did for this guy, oh, I don't know, a month or so ago. You saw the video. And these were a couple of screw-ups. So, but I ended up cutting the shaft down, and the shaft is very close to the correct size, which is, you know, pretty much unheard of. But it's nice to have it when you can. All right, let's see what we can do. Actually, probably best to put you on the other side. Okay, and our drill bit is 339. And what are we sitting with right here? 375. Okay, we got a few thousandths to take off. Let's make sure we're nice and snug. Woo, it's hot. And we just broke our bit. Nice. Seems to be pushing anyhow, so I'm guessing it's in pretty poor shape. All right, let's give that a try. Let's see how much taper we got. We're sitting at 63, and this side is 55. So we want to go that way just a little bit. All right, it's the next day, and we're back at making these pins. And I don't understand why I do it, but I do. When I get tired, I start cutting corners. And, I know if I cut a corner, it's going to cost me at the other end. And yet, I do that. So when I work on customers' projects that are important, I do it totally fresh. And then I work on my own stuff later in the day and screw it up all the time. And of course, we screwed up 2 of these so far, and they're throwaways, so it doesn't really matter. And I have 3 left, so now I have to be much more careful. So we're going to get back on the lathe here. We're going to try to center that tailstock, and this time we're going to use a dial indicator the way we should do it. So hang in there, we're going to keep having fun. All right, so we've got 3 left, I believe. That's a throwaway. That's 1. And what we're going to do is, and also we could come back in later. I mean, if we totally screwed everything up, we could come back in and trim this down and get another one out of the threading side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come in with our tailstock and make our first cut. And just a light cut on this one. And then once we make the cut, we'll take some measurements and we'll see how far that tailstock needs to move around. Well, that's not going to work. I think this is the one that doesn't have a center. Nope, it doesn't. Oh, that's no big deal. Alrighty, bring this out. Oh, that's right, we gotta extend the tailstock out in order to get our tool bed in. All right. Let's bring it around so you can see it. How's that? Much better. Okay, we're going to just take, 5 thousandths, maybe 10. possibly. I'm looking at the chips to see if they start getting heavier. And it looks to me like they're getting lighter. So that means that the taper is heavier on this end and lighter on this end. Well, that bit must be chewed up somehow because it made a mess of it. We're going to just file it and clean it up so we can take measurement. That's better. All right, let's see what we've got here. $369, and this side is $374. So we're 5 thousandths out. You know, a 5 thousandths I think I can live with. Well, okay, let's just do it. $374. So 4 thousandths out. Okay, 4 thousandths. So it's small on this end, I can't remember. Big on this end. So we need to come this way. And this way is that way. Let's get it right dead center. There we go. And that should do it. Okay, we got a new insert in there and we're ready to rip. We got about another 30 thousandths to take out of this. That seems high. That could be the reason why it's pushing metal. Very high. Okay, let's see what we can do about bringing it down. And that's very low. That looks pretty good. All right, let's give that a try. All right, let's give her another try. So we're sitting at 368. And this is 369. I can live with the thousandths.